Hold up a second. Did you see Soldier Boy's reaction when Sister Sage was listing the names of supes who got the first iteration of Compound V? The moment Sister Sage said Stormfront, he asked her who that was and realized it was none other than Dr. Vought's wife, Clara, whom he knew as Liberty. Soldier Boy's face literally came with subtitles at that point, and those subtitles screamed, "Oh, there's a lot of history here." And that subtle look at Homelander before he started looking back at the files again, oh boy, there's some deep shit hidden in that moment. It's Soldier Boy we're talking about, the man known for his snappy one-liners. It would take a whole lot of buried truth to make him uncomfortable and take a gulp like that. Well, we have a particular knack for digging up things one shouldn't know about, and right now, we're using our skills to unearth the secret dynamic between Soldier Boy and Stormfront. It's going to be an interesting video, so stick around to the end, and let's get into it.
Stormfront.
Who is Stormfront?
Dr. Vought's wife, Clara. I think you know her as Liberty?
See, this is the first time Soldier Boy realizes that Stormfront, the woman who took the superhero world by storm in Season 2, was actually Liberty. Soldier Boy was introduced in Season 3 after Stormfront's death, which means they haven't met face to face. All he knew was, yeah, there was this woman who was hella powerful and Homelander's romantic partner. And now, he's inside Vought Tower. So bringing up names like Stormfront or Madeline Stillwell around Homelander isn't exactly casual conversation. It's something most people avoid. And that part checks out. He does the basic math and realizes that the woman he knew as Liberty is the same woman Homelander slept with. In fact, he was pretty much obsessed with her. So, was it some paternal awkwardness when he looked at Homelander? Nope. Soldier Boy doesn't want to feel like Homelander's father in his worst nightmare, let alone care about who he's involved with, so what was that quick glance? Well, here's a theory that's been floating around, and it has to do with Liberty and Soldier Boy. If you remember, in Season 3, when Butcher and Huey took Soldier Boy to a Herogasm party, he revealed that it was actually he and Liberty who founded the entire soup orgy party back in 1952. He went on to describe Liberty as a firecracker, and knowing his romantic conquests, it strongly hints that the two had a physical relationship. Okay, so the father and son ended up having an affair with the same woman in different eras. Definitely weird, but not as weird as our next hypothesis, which has to do with Homelander's birth. We know that Homelander was basically an experimental project manufactured by Vought under Dr. Jonah Vogelbaum's supervision. Gen V Season 2 has given us more information about it being known as Project Odessa, and Homelander was created using Soldier Boy's genetic material and carried to term by a paid surrogate, a runaway woman who was never meant to be part of the story beyond that role. Basically, his birth feels less like something natural and more like science trying to force its own version of an immaculate conception. And the moment he came into the world in 1981, things went horribly wrong. While he was still attached to the umbilical cord, he lashed out with his heat vision in what can only be described as pure instinct, killing his mother and the doctors in the room within seconds. That was literally his first interaction with the world. After that, there was no question of a normal upbringing. Homelander was raised in complete isolation inside a fortified lab, constantly monitored with no real human connection or sense of family. In fact, they were so uncertain about him that they kept a hydrogen bomb as a contingency. We learn all of this in Season 4 when Homelander visits the facility he was raised in. So Vought didn't just create him for the sake of it, they had a very clear endgame in mind. To secure defense contracts and establish absolute cultural dominance, they wanted complete control over the origin of a superhero right from birth, instead of relying on injecting Compound V into babies and just hoping things worked out. The idea itself was simple. If you control the creation, you control the outcome, but what they were really trying to do here was build the perfect hero, someone who wouldn't just be powerful, but entirely shaped by them, loyal to the corporation on every level. But wait, there might be another side to the story. The thing is, even when Dr. Frederick Vought and Clara shifted allegiances and joined the United States in the war, Clara's sense of neo-Nazi ideology and white supremacy was always present deep down. She was the first successful creation of Dr. Vought, who taught her everything, and in Stormfront's words, his genius made Homelander. She went on to explain what their real motives were. They were in a war for culture and wanted to take back what was rightfully theirs, while the other races were pushing them to the edge. And to fight back, they wanted an army of superheroes, which the couple saw as Vaught's true destiny, and Homelander as the man who would lead them. Now, for a woman with this sort of ideology, it's absolutely possible that she willingly donated her egg, which was fertilized by Soldier Boy's sperm, leading to an in vitro conception for Homelander. And probably Soldier Boy knew all about it. He was one of the first Vought success stories, too. As a result, he and Liberty might have been close, and he went ahead with Dr. Vought's plan to make a supreme ideal superhero. Okay, if you've been following this puzzle so far, here's where the theory goes really wild. Liberty, aka Stormfront, might actually be Homelander's mother. And the relationship this mother and son had was so damn incestuous that even Freud is flinching in his grave right now. So, when Soldier Boy connected these dots, he got uncomfortable and took a sly glimpse at Homelander, who unknowingly had a sexual relationship with his mom. But Stormfront is the one who's even more sick if there's any truth to this theory. This woman knew that Homelander was born from her egg, and yet she went on to seduce him. That might be why she cuts her sentence short when she tells him, "I love you so much, how could I not?" in the episode titled "The Bloody Doors Off. On a rewatch, it seems like Stormfront might have been about to say, "I created you, so of course I love you." But she didn't. She went on playing this twisted game with Homelander, who, if and when he ever learns the truth, is going to cause a level of destruction that's honestly beyond words. Anyways, this is just a theory bubbling around in our heads, guys. For what it's worth, the prequel, Vought Rising, is set to explore Soldier Boy and Stormfront/Liberty's relationship in the 50s, so this speculation might not just be headcanon for much longer. Anyways, guys, that's all we got for today. This is indeed a blasphemous and extremely dark theory, but we're convinced that the boys will and can do anything. Anyways, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more stuff like it. Otherwise, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and we'll see ya in the next one. Bye for now.